Hello, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can open the Python files that we will work with today in order to edit and execute them. So what you can see here is the directory with the files that we will be working with today. I already copied them to my hard drive and they are here in a directory code. The files that we're going to work with are the Q1 until Q4, and Q stands for question. There is also a file with all the solutions. So if you have difficulties finding a solution, you can always go there and take a peek. However, try to make the exercises yourself. That will be very helpful to learn to program Python. And these files, these are helper files. So a file with code in order to navigate through the maze. And here are some files that define the maze itself. So what we want to do is we want to make our exercises, and we want to start with the first exercise. So in order to open the file in which we need to make the first exercise, q1.py, right click on it, select edit with idle. Idle is the name of the program that we will be using to edit and execute Python files. Select edit with idle, and it opens the editor window in which we can change the code and execute the code. So changing the code just means that we continue typing here. So let's add another go forward comment here. So we're changing the program, executing it, go to run, select run module, or hit F5, that's the same. Here, because I modified my program, it is asking me, do I want to save the file first? And please do so, otherwise it will execute the previous version of the file. Okay, and it will be executing the program. So here, my program ends by hitting into the wall, and that's what it says. Ouch, my nose hurts, I hit the wall. I refuse to continue, the program stops here. And so after hitting the wall, the program is forcefully terminated, and Python is actually asking if you agree to that. And of course we do not want the robot to be hitting its nose against the wall. So after the program is terminated, we can just continue coding. And so let's turn right before going forward, so you won't hit the wall. So let's test our program. I can run again. If you hit run for a second time, again, every time you hit run, it will start at the top of the program. So again, it asks to save, and it will execute it. Voila, here we are. The program has ended, so I can just close these windows if I want, or just leave them open, it doesn't really matter. If I hit run again, the windows will be closed and it will open again, and it will start again from the start of the program. So this is one way in order to open a file. Right click on it, edit with idle, and select the idle program here, executing it with run. Close all the windows that were opened in order to continue editing the program. Or you can also here you finish the first exercise, you want to move to the second exercise. Open, select the second exercise, and it opens a new window with this code. You can even work side by side now on the two programs. If you hit run in this window, it will execute the first program. If you hit run in the other window, it will execute the program which is in this other window. Voila, we run it, and it ends here. You still need to finish the program. Once you're finished, and if you're having too many files open, just close it. If you didn't save it, it will give you a warning, so no problems there. So that's the first way to open it, via the right clicking and the edit with idle option. Another option is to directly open the idle program independently of a file that you want to open. Here you can go with the search function in Windows. We search for idle. Idle is the name of the program, and here you see the idle program that you want to open. The version that you see here and the 32 or 64-bit version, that might be different on your system. That doesn't really matter as long as you're having a Python 3 version, so Python 3.9, Python 3.1, all of those will work. We open idle, Here you see it only opens this helper window. We haven't selected a file yet. And now we can proceed by going to File, Open, navigate to the folder where the code is. And so let's copy the location of the folder and put it here. And now we can open, for instance, the third exercise. The window is open and now we can just proceed as what we were doing before. Run the program via run. It immediately stops, apparently it doesn't do anything. We can close this one, the window, close this window. If we accidentally close too many of the windows, we can open again either by selecting idle here and navigating to the file. Voila. Or here, right-clicking on the file and selecting Edit with Idle. One thing you might observe is if you double-click on these, it will not open the editor, it will only execute the Python program, which is nice if that's what you want. But here in this situation, we actually want to edit, so right-click and select Edit with Idle, and we are in business.